Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Heat Beat post-game show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. After a fat-ass win on the road against the Spurs, shorthanded, no Hall of Fame Kyle, don't matter. He get the win. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. And with me today, on a Sunday, on our day off, got the coach, Saucy Takes, Coach Lou. You're muted. Okay.
Oh, am I good now?
You're good now.
Oh, okay. Man, no days off, man. This team is taking no days off.
Off.
This team is so damn enjoyable to watch play basketball, man. Am I the only one who feels like this? The young kids are hooping, and the time is moving, baby. Let's go.
They're moving. Franky, I'm also joined by our 2K coach, Franky.
Thomas Bryant with a season high +9. Let's go.
Dale, Tomas. Hey, I liked his minutes tonight. I mean,
you did.
And Love really earned. You know, we could get into that later. But guys, we got to start with the man of the hour. We got to start with el hombre del fin de semana. We got to start with the GOAT, Duncan Carl Robinson.
No way, that's not his name.
No, I don't know. I just made that up.
I was about to say,
my man. I don't know what I never ever seen you like this before.
Oh my God, his middle name is McBride.
Duncan McBride Robinson cooked the fuck out of the French dude, cooked the fuck out of Greg Popovich, played good defense. Franky, I want to let you start, bro. I don't even know where to start. Did we start with the Michael Jordan move?
The Smitty? Oh, come on. Duncan with the hesitation, Smitty on the baseline, frozen. Wemby is like, whoa, what country am I in? And got him with the reverse finish. And then he does that shit to Sochan later on for the three, pump fakes the three, lets him fly by, takes a dribble, gets to the three-point line in the corner, pump fakes again, Sochan flies by again, and then he drains that shit. I was like, yo, Duncan, you got to hit this shot. I've never wanted you to hit a shot fucking more. And he drained that shit.
I knew that shit was cold.
Oh, man.
That was cash. What a game. And just having the drives, like consistent rim pressure. He's rejecting screens, getting people to fly off the screen, run into it, go to the rim, take it strong. He's used the floater, used the reverse, used use his body to shield away from the defender. He's done a great job this season. He's been awesome.
I mean, listen, Lou, look at this man. Look at him. Hit him with the hezzy. Look at him. Oh, no, going here. Oh, look at Wemby. Look at Wemby being like, wait, what? Where'd he go?
He said blue.
Look at him. Once he gets beat, he's like, what? Dude, the turn around.
Oh my goodness. The Duncan was watching the Professor highlight tapes because you could put that on an and one mixtape. He was out here hooping every possible way. His ability to get to this rim lately has been fucking amazing. Since when is Duncan so quick off of a first step? He's blowing by everybody.
Lou, since when they ran horns for him as the ball handler? Jimmy and Bam were screening and horns for him. It's his team now, baby.
Duncan, I think this is like the third or fourth. Every time he goes to San Antonio, he puts on a show, man. He has something over there, man. Isn't it Red State Duncan? He's a menace.
Red State Duncan.
Birthday Duncan, Red State Duncan. Weird Alpha Chat goes, a Frenchman hasn't been that confused since Pepe Le Pew thought that cat was a skunk.
Yeah.
Penelope.
He's added a nice little floater to his game too. His ability to now jump and hang in the air as they fly by and finish. I'm like, bro, Duncan, this is G League Duncan. He's made it to the league, boys.
I ain't never ever seen you act like this before. You know what else he added to his game? Whatever this is. Look at this. Look at him hit. Whoop.
Wow.
That's
Come
crazy.
on, bro.
And then he talks shit after. And then he talks shit after, which is what I really like.
Disgusting. I saw Chef Trilly tweet out that Joe Cronin awoke a monster. that Joe Cronin, like this is Duncan's anime villain story. It's like Joe Cronin at the end created this monster.
Hey, these assets they didn't want looking real good lately. Let me just
I'm not
say
gonna
that.
lie. I saw somebody tweet out. I think it was Mr. Parsons. I want to get the person who tweeted this out shout them out correctly because I thought it was a pretty good point. But yeah, Major Passons tweeted out Duncan is currently at this point that they shouldn't trade him, and I agree with that.
Welcome.
I agree, Frankie. You said that Frankie. I put that in the chat, and you're like, bro, it's been this way since the playoff run last year.
Bro, their offense relies so much on Duncan. How much shitty offense and uninjured Lou? You talked about how fun this team has been. One of the biggest differences it absolutely is the young guys. But Duncan getting limited run last year, partly because of the injuries, partly because of the shooting struggles. But he couldn't. As soon as he got run in the playoffs, the offense flows so much fucking better.
The leash is off.
And to his credit as well, he got motivated, added shit to his game. When his shot isn't falling, he's still impactful. Look at last night as a great example. Couldn't hit a three, and he was still a real big positive and engine. And his passing is great. Like, you mentioned a lot about his passing and chemistry with Bam, but he moves the ball well in general. He doesn't let the ball stick. It's always a quick action, quick go, quick give. It's always something with him. And the offense needs it, man.
And he wants to score, guys. Like he's not getting the ball and, like looking to give it up. He passes when help comes. Mm-hmm. And I think that is such an underrated skill as a basketball player because some guys, like Jordan Poole, right? Jordan Poole's pulling up over help. Duncan is, and other guys, Kyle's an example of this. Like at times he overpasses, right? Like he's only looking to pass, not to score. And Duncan is like, I'm trying to score. Jimmy, great, or Bam at times, not this season for sure. And we'll get into him later. But, when Duncan makes his move, Duncan's looking to score, and if he sees that help come, I think he has really good court vision and game sense, right? He's almost like a really good quarterback in the pocket with great pocket feel. He knows where guys are. He feels that well when he's, and I think that, man, just the ball handling, the scoring, the finishing, the going to the fucking rack, bro.
Yeah. His ability to maneuver screens now with the ball.
Oh,
like dude. Reject screens to Frankie's point it's taken his game to another.
He had one play, Lou, where he was on the left wing and he rejects the screen and goes left down the baseline. Yep. All the defense collapses. He gives a pass to Jaime in the corner, who swings it to Josh at the top of the key, and Josh cans that three, which I thought Josh played really well today. We'll talk about him later. But man, just what a game. And by the way, the fact that they were not the team that blew a lead today, they came back on a team today. That's huge, man. The fact that they did that on the road, down 19 on the second night of a back-to-back.
Without Jimmy.
Missing Jimmy for a half, and missing Tyler and Kyle, their only competent real ball handler creators. And they said, fuck that. They came out and got a great win against a team that played very well tonight.
Oh my God, they shot the shit out of the ball.
They shot the shit out of the ball. They played well, and Miami started off with like a team that was on the second night of a back-to-back. And credit to them, man, because in that second quarter and pretty much in that fourth quarter, they turned it the fuck up.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Go ahead.
Great win.
I was gonna say, G, if you don't mind, let's transition to Jaime, man, because he's earned every ounce of Spo's trust. That's 3 fourth quarters in a row, playing all 12 minutes, making winning plays. Yesterday with the 20 points, today filling up the stat sheet with 6 rebounds, 4 steals, a block, just stocks. Yeah, so, the 5 stocks, man. He's doing everything, and he was. I thought Highsmith. This wasn't Highsmith's best game, but it's okay. Jaime did a great job guarding Collins and letting Bam take care of the Wemby matchup, as well as he was just switching out there, and he was like, Vassell, I got Vassell too. Keldon, I got Keldon too. Sochan, he's switching damn near 1 through 5 and holding his own. Like, man, this kid is This kid is moving, man.
Chat saying that I look cute today. Thanks, chat. I see you. I see you, dog. I see you. Down 30 pounds, bro. That's heat culture, baby. We take heat culture seriously out here on Heat Beat. Listen, Lou, to your point about Jaime, by the way, he was second in the team in plus minus. He was, I believe, plus 10.
10, yep.
Yeah. Duncan, by the way, plus 22. My
Nice.
goat.
Jimmy had a plus 14.
Jimmy had a plus 14. Yeah. I didn't see Jimmy all the way in that corner there, but
he had the best seat in the house.
Franky, I thought Jimmy, I thought Jaime was not only what Lou's saying, but I thought in the second quarter, he was the guy that kind of got them going offensively. Like, I thought he was making moves to the basket, and I know he missed a couple, but I just thought his aggression was nice. It kind of injected them with a little bit of life. And I think last year that life injector did not exist. That guy was not on the team.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
It would have been Caleb, but he had to start too much.
Yeah.
But it's something about Jaime's game too, that it's not that he's only looking for himself. He moves the ball well. He's a great connector. Yep. He knows when to feel the defense coming, when to move the ball. He doesn't make a lot of stupid decisions. Like, you can pour through all his decisions throughout the year, and you're not going to find many where you're just like, damn, you shouldn't have taken that shot, or damn, you shouldn't have made that pass. Like, he's aggressive. He gets to the rim well. He's probably top 3 on the team in getting to the rim. And great finisher there. He's forcing help. He's uses his bodies against a mismatch. They're really leaning into him posting up, and he's sealing against the fronts really well. He had another one today where Jimmy was trying to feed him in, swung the ball to the top of the key. Kevin hit him inside for the layup. Like, that's great fucking offense. That's stuff. It's really tough to find as a rookie. I know he's an older rookie. Like, he's a year younger than Tyler, which still blows my mind. But he's contributing at a high level, and that's something that the Heat really need from their bench.
I think I 100% agree. He's such a critical part of their depth at a position where they have not had in a long time. I would argue, I think wing is one of the most important positions in the NBA, especially in the Eastern Conference, where you got guys like Tatum, you got guys like Giannis. You have like all these really, powerful wings that you have to contend with, and on the Western Conference as well if you get to the final. So, man, great game by him. Let's get to Bam, because Bam, the stretch, the offensive stretch in the fourth quarter where it was like jumper, that beautiful fucking jump hook that he had off a switch, and the defense down the stretch. He was a goddamn menace defensively, switching, dropping, being active, getting in guys. And a quick shout out to J Rich, because I thought Josh's screen navigation today was incredible. He was the kind of defender that I think Miami needs as a point of attack guy. He was fighting over screens. He was disrupting guys. He was getting deflections on us. So true shout out to Josh, who made Bam's job a lot easier tonight. But guys, Bam, again, he had like 20 something and 10. Another double-double. The scoring continues. The jumper, 24, 10, and 6 with 3 steals, 50% shooting. Got to the line only 5 times. I was a little down for him, but he did take a lot of jumpers against Wemby. Lou, this guy is continuing. If he keeps this up, and if the Heat keep winning, I mean, we're talking award season. I don't know what awards, but something. I'll come home with something.
No, I mean, like you've said, man, like he's been the best. Like, he should win or contend for Eastern Player of the Week or whatever the fuck they give him, because he's been incredible the last like 4 or 5 games. He's been incredible all year, but he's during this win streak. It just feels different when you do the same thing you're doing when you're losing, but it leads to wins. That's what he's been doing. It's been leading to wins, and it's getting more and more attention. He's been everywhere, every game. And it's incredible he's able to do this for 34, 36 minutes on both ends, taking the toughest matchup, icing him out the game, because he was guarding Wemby. Wemby couldn't do much against him. Then Zach Collins was going off, and he's like, you know what? Let me get Collins. And then Collins just disappeared from the game. Like, that was all we heard from Zach Collins. And just his ability, his jumper has gotten so good. His ability to punish people has now gotten better. Getting to the free throw line a bit more. I know 5 today isn't much, but you know what's the most important thing today for me, G? 0 TOs. 100%. That's the key. That's the key, because he's been trying to do a little bit too much, and I think that's the only negative on his game so far this year is
They
his
struggled a bit
turnovers.
with that. Yeah, the Heat in general, I
But,
think have.
yeah, the Heat in general. So today having 26 assists and 4 turnovers with no point guard, man, that's the ball was moving.
And
They
you
were
felt
playing
that
free.
absence early, Lou. They needed some organization, and you could tell that they were not prepared for that. And eventually, when they settled in, Bam did a lot of creating, whether it be at the elbow, whether it be kind of as a face-up guy. Franky, I mean, he's kind of showing. I think he's showing the nation what we already knew, that he is this all-around player, because the assists have been down the last couple years because the Heat have kind of transitioned to a more pick-and-roll team. But I kind of like this new direction where he is taking initiative as a creator and as a scorer.
No, for sure. And they really got going once they started capitalizing on some turnovers, started forcing some turnovers and late in the first, or a lot in the second. That's really where they went on their run, started pushing the pace. And that's something where they struggled without Kyle at first. You saw a lot of success last night. Came from pushing tempo early. Gee, we talked about the early shot clock, trying not to get into their offense with 8 seconds left, and they did a lot of it last night. Tonight, it was a little bit more mixed. They forced Wemby to 7 turnovers, more than the Heat had themselves all game, which is crazy. But they just capitalized on being the more veteran savvy team. You mentioned Bam's playmaking. He did have his opportunities. He had in the high post isolation, and they ran a couple off screens. I saw he missed a couple windows by a beat second, but like Lou said, sometimes he would force that. He'll force the pass in there. He saw it wasn't there, went to the next action, and that's all right. That's okay. I'd rather you to go into option B and pick up 2 yards instead of turn the ball over, forcing it into a tight window. But yeah, his whole overall decision making was great. Liked him stepping up, hedging on screens, showing hard, going under,
mixing it up.
There was a lot of times we've had complaints because he switched too early in a clock, and it would just make it real easy on them. But guys like Josh, guys like Drew, credit to him, who had a really good night.
He's been playing great.
Yeah, last 2 nights he's been great. They stuck over the screen, stay attached to the hip of the ball handler, and made Bam's job real easy.
The scoring, the fact that he was able to keep their offense afloat. By the way, at a point of the game where San Antonio was hitting everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything. At San Antonio was fucking hitting every three, everything. And Wemby, it was kind of Bam versus Wemby for a little bit, which was really cool. And it was all off Bam shooting and pull-up jumper and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he's becoming that guy that we think he is. Want to give a couple shout outs before we transition to chat wants to talk about 2 things. Chat wants to talk about my weight loss. I love you, chat. And they want to talk about Drew Smith. So we'll transition to Drew Smith right now. And I love you guys for showing me support. This is I love our community so much. You guys are the best. And that's why we got on our night off, because we wanted to kind of celebrate this win with all of you guys, because you guys bring great energy and it's a lot of fun. And you can see we're all smiling and happy because that was an awesome game and we want to celebrate with our people. So again, thank you guys a lot. But we have some tier 1 subs. We have Brando 407 resubscribed. They've been 12 months, excuse me. So 1 year. Congrats and thank you for the year. Said let's fucking go. We have Vane Hype gifted a tier 1 sub to Victor Wembanyama, our favorite Twitch bit. Daywalker 242 gave out a sub. We have Megan 2017 resubscribed to tier 1 for 13 months. So shout out to the year and change for them. And we had Jaw G resubscribed with Prime for 15 months. So y'all are vets here. Said let's go Heat, baby. So all around great night. Let's get to Drew Smith and then we'll talk about K Love. I gotta be honest, guys. And Vane Hype just resubscribed to tier 1 for 34 months.
Let's go.
That's dope shit. I thought, listen, the Drew Smith minutes, not that bad. I don't think, and I think guys have to be patient with him. I think that some fans are going to be mad at him because he's not ready. I think he's playing a year early. But I think this year is going to help him in the long term. I think he's a guy like Max or Gabe or Highsmith that their first year in the rotation, you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And then maybe next year or the year after, because he shows signs of like, okay, I don't think the shot looks horrible. I think that the decision making, Franky's disagreeing. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of see the vision on defense, and I think that they feel like they can make him into like what Gabe Vincent was, or help him become that. So I liked his minutes tonight. He was really active. I think between he and Josh defensively, they did a great job. And I know the Spurs scored a lot and their offense looked great. But Miami was able. I think Miami went on a 17-0 run and a 12-0 run in the game. That has to come with defense, and credit to them.
Yeah, I think Drew Smith, honestly, I know people are trying to, everybody likes to do like the narrative thing, and it's cool. Like the next Gabe Vincent, he plays nothing like Gabe Vincent, guys. Like
that's
nothing
what
like
Chat's saying. Chat's like, I don't think Drew's gonna be scoring like that.
No. He has no pull up to his game. Like that's not his game. He's a spot up shooter. He gets to the rim sometimes.
And Gabe got to the rim in college a lot too. Like I think at Santa Barbara, like he was a guy that was a slasher.
He was a go-to scorer. You can tell Drew Smith, and it's funny because I told Frankie this all summer league. Drew Smith is just PJ Tucker in a point guard body. Like he doesn't wow you with anything, but he's just steady. Defensively, he doesn't really fuck up too much. If barely at all. Offensively, he's just kind of a spot up shooter, and you take anything else. His shot isn't pretty.
By King Jock, he said Gabe was a little more aggressive, but Drew is more of a connective piece.
Absolutely.
I agree, and I think that it's kind of the wrong kind of team for that because Frankie, I think that they need a couple more ball handlers to have like a real connective piece. Because right now, I think they need a guy who can handle the rock. And he's more of a guy like what he's saying, like a connector, like a Bano Udrih light. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was like, it was never anything towards Drew. Like Drew was just when I had my critiques, it was more of the idea for what he is. It was more of a luxury for this team than what they needed, and they didn't really need. They didn't really need that right now. They needed more forceful, because then. Having Drew, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Drew's gonna play 2 minutes. Why are you complaining?" Drew was like the sixth man for like the first 4 games. And
incredible.
I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Like, have you not paid attention?"
Yeah.
But no, to his credit, these last 2 games he's been really solid, and not just on defense. Like defensively, he's always really good, really spectacular. I really like Drew way more off the ball than on the ball. Like he's decent on the ball, but off the ball is where he really shines.
The instincts,
the deflections, the steal, the help defense. He's not afraid to get dunked on. Wemby Collins almost dunked on him, and he's gave him a good hard foul contesting. I love that stuff. But offensively, he's just not. He's more of a 2, like an off ball. I don't really see the need for an off ball 1. Because then that's when you have bench lineups where Josh Richardson is handling, and I don't want to see that. Yeah, and I'm one of Josh's biggest fans. But no, credit to Drew. Good shooting, good activity. Didn't turn the ball over. Hasn't really turned the ball over the last 2 nights, which was
he better not. He's not passing it.
That was also one of my issues. He was turning the ball over at a way too high level. He had 5 assists, 2 to 3 turnovers over the last 2 nights, which isn't great, but
still not good.
But defensively, he made up for it, so I'll give him a pass.
Did you guys hear that stat at the end of the game that Eric Reed said that it's Miami's first 5-game winning streak since spring of 2022?
That's all I got to say.
That's wild. Last year was rough, bro. The fact that we survived, the fact that we're sitting here after last year, let me tell you something, man. You start to wonder when you boot up a post-game show after another loss to Minnesota on a Tuesday, and you're just like, why are we doing this again? Listen, we made it, baby. Let's talk a little K-Love, guys, because I think the decision to make Kevin Love their backup center has been a really great one. It's one that we've called for a lot. Tonight, struggled in the first half. My man, I don't know what he was on in the second half. Hit a bunch of shots. He was like baking Wemby like off the dribble. I was like, what the? Again, I never ever seen you like this before. I didn't even see that in a bit of soda, dog. Like, what the fuck? And for him, really happy for the guy because he comes back from injury, plays really well. And I think if he can solidify their backup center position, because in the playoffs, I just feel more comfortable with him. He's a veteran. And unlike Thomas Bryant, I know that he gets cooked on defense, but he has great hands, makes quick play, decisions, take charges. Like, I'm not worried that like he's gonna be the reason why they like lose a playoff series, like I was with Cody Zeller or whatever. But tonight, guys, I mean, they don't win without him. They don't win without his minutes. They don't win without his shooting. And credit to him, Lou did not stop shooting after the rough start, and that's a veteran thing because he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna let it fly, bro. It's good. They're gonna go in eventually.
Yeah, no, that stretch in the third quarter was phenomenal. And I told my dad as soon as, because typically he starts shooting from the top of the key. I don't know if you've ever seen Kevin Love's like splits from like the 3-point line. The corner is where he cooks. And then he just got that one, like he just drifted to the corner. It was off a pass. And I was like, oh, that's in. And after that one, it was a barrage. Everything was going in. And props to him because in the first half, he actually played so bad that Thomas Bryant came in.
Yeah.
And shout out to Thomas Bryant for at least, like
a good 4 minutes or whatever.
A good 4 minutes to keep us afloat. But then Spo came right back to the veteran, and it showed why he was hooping. Like everything he was doing he scored 12 straight points. Like Kevin Love at 38 years old scored 12.
Minnesota Kevin Love.
Crazy.
Happy. Franky, I was happy for my man.
Yeah, I was so happy. The guy's a professional. He went through a stint where he was starting the season as a starter. Then he went through a stint of DMPs, came back and just keep accepting his role. Point. Yeah, he's just gonna keep accepting his role, and I love that kind of stuff. Yep. But like Lou said, like he keeps shooting, keep being aggressive, moving the ball well, rebounding, battling inside, making herky-jerky plays with a pump fake, getting Collins to fly, Sochan to fly, Wemby to fly. And then Wemby almost ended his life on that putback attempt. Oh my God. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like Wemby, when were you anti-love like that? Come on.
Other thing about, and I like this comment that someone put up, that someone said in chat. They say, just Jared says, I think Kevin Love has been instrumental in building Duncan's fortitude. Duncan plays with a joy that he wasn't playing with 2 years ago. Just a soft. So I'm actually interested that, maybe Brady or Ira or Alex or somebody can maybe ask about that. Because if you think about Duncan's good place kind of coincides with Kevin Love joining the team. So I'd actually be interested if there's anything there, because I feel like Duncan there, just Jared's right. I feel like Duncan is playing with a lot more confidence. He looks a lot happier. He looks like he's having fun. And obviously Kevin Love has been very vocal about kind of mental health and confidence issues. I even remember Josh Richardson in preseason when he was doing that bit for the social media where he was giving out like the stickers, and he gave Duncan like a positivity stickers. He's like, oh, Dunk's too hard on himself. And I just wonder if Kevin really helped that. Cause I mean, he's taken off.
Duncan actually that you bring this up, Duncan last year, he said they had asked him, what does Kevin Love mean to this locker room? And he was like, he changed everything. His levity, like his ability to like not make everything, because he felt like last year, and I mean, if anybody saw the Heat regular season last year, I'm pretty sure we all did, it was fucking horrific. Yeah, just about. So and
vibes in the toilet.
Oh, and then exactly, that's what Duncan was saying. Everybody was so on edge, and then when Love came, he was like, he provided levity, just a new light on the situation. And to your point, like since Love came, man, Duncan's been hooping. If this is the level of Duncan we're gonna get, man, Love can retire when he's 48. Like when Duncan hangs it
the
up.
New Udonis.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, like it shit. If it correlates, man, shit, let him stay.
I can't wait for Nikias to complain about Kevin Love's roster spot.
It's gonna be great, bro. Weird Al says K Love grabbed his podcast mic and outlet and passed it into a dumpster.
Cleanly.
Listen, I think that these last two wins are probably their two best wins of the season. Probably the Laker win too. I think anytime you beat LeBron James, it's a good win. They look excellent. Any final thoughts, guys? I mean, Jimmy had a pretty game, and for him, you know what I mean? Like he did hit that funny ass 3 at the end of the first half. He somehow had 19 points. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how he keeps doing it. I would have guessed if you had asked me, gun to my head, I was like, that man scored 12 points. 19 points, shot 35% from the field. I don't get it.
Jimmy Butler. That's all you get. He was playing
by the way,
today, though.
The fucking fourth quarter, he hit that little pull-up turnaround bucket. At the end of the second quarter, he kept them alive. He's legit just doing. I've never seen a man master doing the bare minimum to get by, because he's just doing the minimum to get wins, dog. So
regular season Jimmy is such a C's get degrees vibe most of the time.
Oh my god, bro! Not even right now. It's not even a C, bro. It's like a C minus D plus.
He's like just get above water right here. I can ace that final.
Yeah.
If Tyler Hero was having these Jimmy games, there would be riots in the street.
Dude, if anybody was shooting as much and having these games, if Bam was doing it,
it'd be over.
We'd be killing him.
Jimmy's in the sweetest gig. He just shows up to work and like just good for him, man. I mean, listen, at the end of the day,
there's no blame for how he plays.
I will say this: his fourth quarter defense was huge, and he was very engaged. Like he had that. He got a deflection on the 3-pointer, and you saw him like kind of landing out of bounds, clapping, being active and shit. Just Jared is now learning that Duncan was a plus 22. I mean, this man. I mean, let's play it one more time for the.
Highsmith was a minus 20. Holy shit!
Look at this. Look at Duncan. Look at that. Turn around. That meme's all over Instagram, bro.
That's gonna be great. Final thoughts. Shout out to Josh. We talked about him a little bit, but these last 2 nights he's really gotten his flow in, shooting the ball confidently. I love how much off the ball stuff he's getting to do these last 2 games secondary, and he was instrumental in the fourth. I think it was the fourth, doing the pick and roll, running pick and roll with Bam, getting him some easy catch and shoot jumpers, hitting the midi, just getting them some easy offense there. And that was big. You talked about his defense. Again, shout out to Drew doing his role and Jaquez, instrumental off the bench, both of them.
You know what it sounds like, Frankie? It sounds like you're just saying shout out the whole team, man. This is the vibes around this team.
Shout out to the whole team, bro.
Yeah, man. Vibes around this team remind me so much of the bubble year. So much,
bro. I'm so happy, bro. I see my son Jamie. I'm like, oh, look at him. Like, Heisman has a bad game, and it's like, it's okay, sweetie. You'll get him next time. Like even Josh, just like Josh, like. And
still, Caleb hasn't really played.
People like Kyle again. Everyone's turned on Kyle, dude. It's just like everyone's like, yeah, Kyle. And I was like, what the fuck? I saw someone's like,
that is getting on Alf for wanting to throw Jay Rich into a volcano. Yeah. Alf hates Jay Rich most of the time.
I will say this. In a group chat, Alf just said, "Oh, fun's over. Jay Rich just check back in."
Yeah.
they have a good squad.
The guy shooting 30% from the field, 18% from 3, who's a career 44 and 36% shooter. Like, he was gonna play better. It was not a surprise to me defensively and his decision making. I was very disappointed, but he had no preseason. Basically, he's getting up to speed now, so hopefully these last 2 games are more of what we see in the future.
I just see chats like Skinny McGee's like, Kyle is more important than Tyler. These were not the vibes last year. These were not the vibes. These were not the vibes. And I'll tell you something. I personally am here for them. I love it. I adore it. I'm living my best life. You don't understand what it's like to log on to Twitter and to not see people wanting Kyle Lowry sent to Mars. Instead, I've seen people say we can't trade him anymore.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I can't believe it. I don't even know how to act when I see that. Like they went down 19 points, and I saw people like begging for Kyle Lowry back. I was like,
I saw life without Kyle, what it used to be.
Yeah. I had to miss last night's game. So I missed the really good Kyle game.
That was a fun Kyle game too.
Yeah, dude, I was
rewatch that.
My best friend's getting married next week, and we had like a bunch of rehearsal dinner shit last night, and I was like, I want to watch the game. Kyle's playing well. They're all Laker fans too, so I just had to hear them like talk about how Anthony Davis is like, he's really good, and I was like, that motherfucker never plays, bro. And they brought up Kobe like 6 times.
Chat, I want y'all to know that whenever G can't watch a game, the first thing he does in the chat, he goes, "How's Kyle playing?"
And literally every time, bro. I was like, what's my guy doing today?
We could be up 37 or down 40. He's like, guys, especially when we're down.
I don't care about that. I see the score. I just want to know how does my guy look? And I gotta be honest with you.
It's like his son. Like he's like we're like taking care of him, and he's like, guys, please. But how did he do? Please just tell me. Is he okay?
Chat's like,
Yes, G,
"Gee,
it's
how you
fine.
gonna miss Kyle's best game, dog? What do you want me to do, bro? I'm a best man. You want me to tell my best friend? You want to be like, hey, Darren, sorry, can't
Buns
make
is
it.
on the court.
Yeah,
Can't
dude,
do this.
I gotta watch Kyle Lowry play. The Hawks. Sorry, can't make it. Can't make your
First
stuff.
night of a back-to-back. Let's go.
I think they play next Saturday too, and I'm missing that because for the wedding.
Oh, no. Yeah, they do play Saturday. I forgot who they play.
I don't think they play a good team.
Chicago, you're right.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, it's a horrible team.
Yeah, I'm sad. That's the night of the 5 Reasons watch party at Rock, and there's a Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament that same night at Rock, and I was so excited to play Melee and then do a Heat podcast. It was gonna be like I was gonna be in my element. I was so excited. The people at my local were gonna think I'm cool. Now they don't. Now they just know me as a Peach player that goes 2-2 every time.
There you go.
2-2 is generous. It's usually 1-2. I went 2-2 last time. Nah, we fucking take that, bro. We fucking take that, bro. I almost beat
That
a
sounds
PR.
like the Heat last year.
Huh?
That sounds like the Heat last year.
Like,
Bro, I was the Heat last year, bro. And listen, I needed this win because I'm gonna be honest with you. The Jags, I'm a Jags fan. They fucked me today. Brock Purdy's on my shit list. It's like Embiid and then Brock Purdy. That guy can go to hell. Fuck them. We're gonna be back. I was so mad at them, bro. The Jags are like last year's Heat, bro. Today it was awful. I hate that shit.
Without the championship run, though.
Without the championship run or the good players or anything. It's just Trevor's beautiful hair. Yeah, chat saying fuck Brock Purdy. Yeah, fuck Brock Purdy. Did the Finns win this weekend?
They're a bye week.
Yeah, they're a bye.
Let's not talk football, man. It was a sad day for me too.
Are you a Ravens fan?
Yeah, we choked.
Oh, I saw that. Hey, listen. As a Liverpool fan, I saw Manchester City draw against that dog shit team, Chelsea. We're 1 point out of first, baby. Us and Arsenal, we coming. I'm so happy. But yeah, guys. So that was our show. We'll be on tomorrow for a pod. I haven't done like a normal ass pod in a while. So tomorrow we're gonna have a pod kind of going through kind of how we feel about the season so far, more of a macro kind of thing. On Tuesday they play the
Tournament
game. The Hornets. We got you post game, and on Thursday we got you post game as well. Probably Tiff or Siobhan might host. Somebody's gonna host. I'm not gonna host that day, but you're gonna get. I'm trying to give you guys a little less me and a little more of our wonderful panel. I want we're expanding this season. We're giving everybody the rock. Everybody's running point guard this year.
The ball's moving, guys.
The ball's moving. Just like the Heat. The ball's moving. See, Carliano's like, thank you, G. It's funny because when Alf and Brass said they weren't going to do hangover time anymore, the first thing I thought of was, I go, this is bad, bro. And I was like, why? I go, that's just going to be too much me. And I was like, oh, you're right. That is too much you. I was like, we need a solution. And I was like,
outside, we need a backup point guard.
Yeah, bro, we need to give the ball to other people on nights. We really got to run it.
G's our Drew Smith, but he was starting for us.
That's really true, bro. I really am. And basically, I just have to not turn the ball over.
Yeah,
that's like my job. It's like, gee, just get the ball to half court and give it to Tiff, Bond, Frankie, Lou.
Give it to somebody else.
Yeah, just give it to somebody else. I don't know if you saw the last post game show with Alf. I just fucking gave Alf the rock, and he just ranted.
Yeah, that's it.
He's
you play good help defense. You don't even get on the ball. That's it.
Ryan asked when's Brass gonna make an appearance. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna see what Brass is a busy man now. Brass is a man of many talents. He's not so easy to contact anymore. But I'm gonna try to hit him up for something this week. I appreciate you guys rocking with us on a Sunday. It was a great fun win. I saw somebody in chat say Peach players are the coolest. We are the coolest. Shout out to that. We're a misunderstood people. So thank you for that. I'm trying to find the comment who said that. Somebody in chat said that. You know who you are. I love you guys. And yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow for the pod, and then we'll see you for the rest of the week. Gray Heat win 5 in a row. First 5-game winning streak again since 2022 spring. I believe it was March. So shout out to y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Deuces.